ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
In the castle once again here at Preston High, where the Lady Knights set to take the court here in varsity round ball action against the Fillies of Laurel Highlands. More on that shortly, but we are just about ready to start senior night activities here at Preston. Yes, it's that time of year again, folks. The season winding down, and the Knights want to honor the seniors, so we'll go to the floor and Coach Brian Miller for those ceremonies right now.
The other one's not good.
Do I get to keep it? Can I keep it?
Sure. You got our stuff? Okay, for our seniors, first up is cheerleader, Allie Romero. For us sports are Corey Harvard and Elena Harvard. For hometown's Kingwood, West Virginia, the other activities are softball and dance, and for future plans are to attend Paramount State University for 4 years and to become a real estate agent. Senior Allie Romero. Up next for the basketball team is senior Keelan Newman. Keelan has been the basketball team's member for the last 4 years. He's being escorted by Brian and Christy Newman and his sister Victoria. Hometown Valley Point. His other activities are the Preston County Special Olympics and the PHSG19 special needs adults. You feel like everybody is there and never underestimate him because he will surprise you every time. Senior Kingwood. Up next is our senior who got injured before the year, but we still want to recognize her tonight, Leah Clarkson. She is escorted tonight by her mom, Tammy Clarkson. Our Uniontown and Kingwood, West Virginia, her other activities are bathing in the FFA. Leah's future plans on attending college in the fall and playing basketball. Planning on doing 4 years to become a dental hygienist or a nurse. Senior Leah Clarkson. Our last senior this evening is Erica Myers. Erica is being escorted tonight by our parents, Erica Myers and Kelly Myers. Her hometown is Aurora. Her future plans are furthering her education, studying sports medicine at WVU or Fairmont State. Erica is currently in 3rd place in school history on the all-time block shots list. Erica wanted to say a few words to her teammates. I may not have any biological siblings, but I consider all of you my sisters. I know most of our team are freshmen, and we've only spent a couple months together, but I feel like I've been friends with you, with all of you for years. I'm beyond grateful for having a great group of girls by my side through it all. And remember, if you're ever going to get into a fight and you need backup, call me and I will be there because no one messes with my girls. To her parents, Erica would like to say thank you for the endless support and for pushing her to be the best she could be for the past 18 years. Thank you for dedicating your weekends to my AAU tournaments every summer. I honestly couldn't ask for a better parents. I love you both more than you could ever imagine. To her coaches, thank you for everything over the past 4 years. Thank you for pushing me and always lifting me back up when I got down on myself. We may not have always agreed on things, but if there's one thing we could agree on, that would be that Duke is the best team out there. And I do agree with that. Duke is the best team. This has been one heck of a ride, but it's not over quite yet. Now all I have left to say is let's go get that done. God. Senior Erica Myers. One last round of applause for our seniors.
All right, senior night here in the castle. And with those ceremonies concluded, the two teams will get set to warm up now. And as they do that, we'll break for these messages from the sponsors that bring you Preston Night Varsity Basketball. And we'll be back with the start of another classic game here in the Castle. Here on Hometown TV right after this.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank too with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Back in the Castle, and we thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in here on Hometown TV for more Preston Night Varsity basketball as the ladies take the floor here this evening in Kingwood on senior night. And we've honored the seniors here in pregame, and now both teams warming up, getting set for tonight's contest. Preston coming in at 10-8. And the Laurel Highlands Fillies 4-16, and a team that a lot of folks these parts probably not too familiar with. They play in the WPIAL 5A class, hail from the Uniontown area. And despite that 4-16 record, although they're having a little bit of a down year, they are a very competitive team, and they play in a big league, and they're one of the smaller schools in that league. So they have to play a pretty hard-nosed, aggressive style most of the time to be successful. And last year was really the first year the Knights went head-to-head against them. And Preston leads that series 1-0 now, looking for their second win in a row with this evening's contest. But I'll tell you, that was a tough game last year. Coach Brian Miller said his team learned a lot. Down 20 in the first half of that one, struggled and battled and fought their way back to win 61-59. A hard-earned victory that put some seasoning in the Knights' upperclassmen. And coming into this year, you've got some young ladies on both of these teams that remember that contest well. And so we should have a pretty good battle out here tonight as we get set now to take a look at the Preston cheerleaders. Fine job, as always, by the cheer squad as the Lady Knights taking the floor. And if you're wondering about the warm-ups looking a little different tonight, they're wearing blue, the hashtag blue for them, in honor of 4 Preston students injured in an unfortunate car accident. And prayers are with them. Let's go to the national anthem. And now we'll get ready to meet the Fillies from Laurel Highlands High School in Uniontown.
Let's meet the starters for the visiting team. At guard, junior number 13, Laurel Miller. At guard, freshman number 13, Ariana Griffith. At forward, senior number 15, Angel Ball. At forward, senior number 2, Zatina Collins. And at guard, junior number 3, Taylor Smith.
All right, again, for the Fillies, it'll be Ariana Griffith, Angel Bawawa, Malaya Gonzalez. Taylor Smith, the dangerous one there, needs not too many points to reach the 1,000-point plateau as we get set to meet the Lady Knights.
And for the Knights, our manager, senior Keelan Newman. At guard, freshman number 2, Natalie Amen.
All right, the lights come back up here in the castle. And for the seniors here this evening, a special moment, particularly for all of the girls who are graduating, but also one particular senior, Leah Clarkson, who has missed the entire season and is making her return here this evening. You see the knee heavily taped and braced, and she will start for the Lady Knights here in this contest for the first time, making her way out onto the floor as a starter this season, and that is a special moment for that young lady as she plays her senior night game here in the castle. The red-clad Fillies, the black, silver, and white Knights ready to go. And the Fillies control it. Laurel Highlands with the ball to get things started. And they will come out here and look for good perimeter looks if they can't enter the ball. But and Clarkson will score the first two of the contest. And so she gets a ceremonial basket there. So Leah with that ceremonial basket, and she'll come back to the sidelines and take a seat here, and the Knights will get things going here in a moment. So 2-2 the score as the Fillies now into the front court once again. And don't let that 4-16 record fool you. They take that ball down low, and again, we said they will play a hard-nosed, somewhat up-tempo form of offense. And defensively, they're going to pack the middle, dare the Knights to try and enter that ball down low. And you saw the missed pass right there, and the Fillies swing right back to the offensive end here. Smith running the offense. They take it over on the right side. It's a missed shot by Collins, and the Knights off and running down the other way. Second chance opportunities for the Knights, and they're going to need plenty of those this evening, but going to have to do better than that with them. No score, and back the other way come the Fillies before a turnover gives Preston a fresh opportunity. And finally, a whistle will stop the action. So the first personal foul will send Erica Myers to the line. And that foul on Lori Miller, her first personal, and the Fillies' first team foul. Myers cans them both, and the Knights climb back into a 4-4 tie here at the 6.5-minute mark. Taylor, and she hits the three. Taylor Smith for Laurel Highlands. And she only needs a few points to get to 1,000 here on the season. Knights come back, and Myers answers with one of her own. Deep in the corner. And we're knotted up at 7 now. Buwala with the shot close in there, got a little too far under the iron, got the contact, and Carson Signs will pick up the foul for Preston. And the first one up a little soft and off the rim. So Bawawa with the second one. And a 1-point advantage now. As Laurel Highlands sags back into the middle here. They had the numbers, but the Knights had the speed that time, and the ball into the hands of Carson Signs. Up and in for 2 Preston Knight points. And the clock winding. Inside 5.5 minutes now. Smith with the drive. Shot goes up, won't drop. So Erica Myers will pick up the personal foul. That'll be number 1 for her. And Smith, who averages somewhere in the neighborhood 24.5, 25 points a game. Good with her first trip to the line here tonight. Gets them both, and we seesaw back and forth here now. It's a 1-point 10-9 advantage for the Fillies. Manco to Signs in the paint. Contact made, whistle and a foul. So the Knights will send freshman Carson Signs to the charity stripe with 4 minutes and 56 seconds remaining here in the first period of play. And Signs calmly puts that first one up and in and ties things up, and she's got them both. So Preston back out front now. 11-10, a hard-fought contest going on here in the Castle before a good crowd out here on a February evening. Late in the season for the girls here, as they will be swinging into postseason play before much longer. Knights doing a nice job defensively, and that's going to force Laurel Highlands to call a timeout. So timeout, they'll take a 30-second time with 4.5 to go here. Preston leading by 1, 11-10 as we pause here, and we thank the sponsors that bring you Preston Knight varsity basketball and have all season long here on Hometown TV. And folks, we've struggled a little bit here lately. Some damage to equipment owned by Atlantic Broadband has kept us off the air a little bit, but we hope you're tuning in on the YouTube feed, and we want to let everybody know we'll be back on the air soon. New equipment ordered, and we'll get that put into place as soon as the cable company can get that done for us. Back to action, Laurel Highlands working the offense here, and the offense runs through Taylor, but they do a good job in rotating the ball here. And this time the kick out on the right side there to number 32. That's Ariana Griffith, and Griffith has some shooting skills from range. Drains that three, makes it a 13-11 score. Foul on the floor. Preston will have that. That is the second foul on Angel Bawawa for Laurel Highlands. Knights enter that ball down low, get it into the hands of Carson Signs, and Signs, nice nifty little one-hander up and in. Now 1 and done for the Fillies, and Preston gets a chance to run one out right there and kick it to the left side there, and Chesney Manco with the score for Preston. Laurel Highlands wasting no time putting the offense back in motion, but a little miscommunication as that ball came back out front there, mishandled by Zathira Collins just a bit off her fingertips into the backcourt. So Preston, well, they say that ball was tipped out of her hands, so it'll stay with the Fillies. And they work that ball down to the right side, put it in the hands of Taylor Smith, and Taylor Smith scores the deuce. Nice little 16-footer. Stop in play, we'll see Kinley Manco, number 21, checking in for the Knights. And she'll come in relief of Erica Myers. Preston with the turnover, and at the 2.5-minute mark, they slow the tempo just a little bit here now. We'll work that ball around, get a good open look at a three there. Wouldn't quite fall for Garlitz. And quickly back down into the hands of Smith. And she takes a three that won't fall either. And now the Knights in control once again, pushing that ball into the front court before swinging it wide. Nice rebound that time by Michelle Thomas, but ball got out of there a little bit haphazardly, and the Fillies very opportunistic. Coming back the other way quickly for Preston was Thomas, and Thomas draws the contact. She can't get that to drop, but she will go to the line here, all knotted up at 15. And time running low here in period number 1 on senior night. First one is up and just a bit off the mark for Michelle. Second ball up and good, and that breaks the tie once again. And the Fillies trailing by 1 at the minute 20 mark here. Coming down and cannon one quickly. And of course, again, their offense running through Smith, and Smith shows you why she's averaging 20 plus a game here. Good shooting on both ends of the floor now, as Preston tying it back up. And now they'll swing to Griffith. And that ball knocked away and out of bounds over there deep in the corner. And Preston will take advantage of the stop and play. And they get Manco in there in relief of Tori Garlitz. Oh, nice drive, and that ball slung up and in there by Adriana Griffith. She would not be denied. So 20-18 your score, as Thomas battling to rebound her own miss there, but it's the red-clad Fillies, and they will push it down. And my goodness, a nice move made there. Lori Miller gets that one to go, and she'll have the and one opportunity here with just 5.5 seconds remaining. Preston not without some dramatics of their own there. Taylor Smith, the hot shooting offensive guru, commits the foul. And Manco steps up to the line and completes the trifecta there. As time expires in the first period of play, and it's a close contest, 23-21 as we take the break. And we'll be back with second quarter action here on Hometown TV right after this.
Ed B, do you know why I stopped you? Well, your sticker is dead, wires are coming out of your tires, and I heard your brakes squealing from way back yonder. You need to get to the tire ladies, get in alignment, get the brakes put on this thing, get it inspected, and while you're there, you might as well get your oil changed. And if you don't, next time I see you, you're getting a ticket. Barney, put that bullet away.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Become part of the family at Preston Family Pharmacy. It's not just their name, it's their philosophy. They treat you like family.
Whether you've just left the hospital or a routine checkup, make Preston Family Pharmacy your neighborhood pharmacy your next stop. The friendly professional staff at Preston Family Pharmacy will make sure that you get the time and attention you deserve for all your pharmacy needs. Preston Family Pharmacy is currently accepting all patients.
Preston Family Pharmacy, Route 7 across from Walmart, Kingwood. They'll take care of you like family.
Happy New Year! Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
Two teams in a close contest here, 23-21 on senior night in Kingwood, as the Fillies will take the floor here and will own the ball to start second period play. Knights coming late from the huddle here, as Coach Brian Miller had several points to make, making some adjustments here defensively, I'm sure, as he gets ready to face this hot shooting Laurel Highlands squad. Nice attack from the left side there. Now ball on the floor, batted around. The Fillies will come up with it, and wisely they'll set the offense back out front again, put the ball in the hands of Taylor Smith. Tried to get her cutting to the basket right there, and that one knocked down. Last touch by one of the Fillies, out over the end line, and Preston will go back to work here now, trailing by 2.
Straight away, Tori! Tori, straight away! Hey!
Thomas in the lane, kicks it back out front, and there's a good decision. Put the ball in the hands of Chesney Manco for a 3. (24-23) Preston now. And Miller running the offense out front here. They switch, get an open look on the baseline, and it's an air ball. Manco kicks it out, takes it back, fires it up, and that's a long deuce, says the official. Good looking shot for Preston. The biggest lead in a few minutes here, 26-23. And this has been a close one all the way. Oh, that ball into the hands of number 32, Ariana Griffith, and she thought that was going to be a piece of cake right there. That snowbird gets swatted out into the concourse. Michelle Thomas with the foul on Griffith, and Griffith will go to the line here. 6:13 on a stopped second quarter clock. And Griffith good with the first. One more coming here. And that one off the mark. She did not draw iron, so Preston will have that. Inbound it and walk it down to the timeline here, where the Phillies pick it up, and a straight drive to the basket. Lane opened up there, and Tori Garlitz, you don't have to give her much of an open look, and she's going to take it. Nice straight drive to the rim. Got the contact, and Bawala picks up number 3, I do believe. Yeah, that's correct, up on the big board now. And so she's going to have to set, as the Phillies experiencing a little bit of foul trouble now. Little strong with the shot, off the mark, and the Phillies quickly trying to get the handle on that one, and struggling mightily that time was Taylor Smith. And finally she turns it over. Preston, as the clock winds down toward the 5-minute mark here in the first half. And that ball on the floor draws a crowd quickly. Possession arrow favors the Knights. Signs with a shot that won't fall. Now on the rebound and the putback, we get a foul on number 32, Ariana Griffith. That will be her first personal for Laurel Highlands, their 8th team foul. And that's going to put Erica Myers on the line. So Myers goes to 3 out of 4 from the stripe here tonight, and it's a 27-24 lead momentarily. And once again, contact and a whistle, and that ball's going to be out to Preston on the far side. A block on the floor. No, check that. That'll be a 1-and-1. That is team foul number 9. number 9, and that will be on Barton for Laurel Highlands. And front end of the 1-and-1 will not drop, but second chance points, all important, and signs with that for Preston. And Carson gives the Knights a 29-24 lead as we wind toward the midpoint of this second period here. Greer in the lane, kicking it back out front. Miller drawing a crowd, double covered, puts it up left hand. Little soft, won't go, and Preston out of there comes Erica Myers with the ball for the Lady Knights, and she's going to give it up, get it back on the other end, and Erica Myers with 2. And Preston rolling on to a 31-24 advantage now as we come down to the 4-minute mark. Laurel Highlands back to what number 3 Taylor Smith does best, but she's a little off the mark that time. Tried to jack up a 3 there, and it went a little wide and out of bounds to the Knights. Midway through the second period here, 31-24 on senior night. And Preston facing a pretty stiff test as they try to get back on the winning track.
Chase, tell everyone to keep it spread on the wing.
Knights have been able to create situations and drive the ball, and Michelle Thomas did a good job seeing the opening and going down the lane right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And now from the line, she struggles a little bit here this evening, and that is uncharacteristic for Thomas, as she is normally a pretty good free throw shooter. In and out. Can't get one to stick there. Tie up in the paint. And Myers and Greer wrestling for the ball there, back and forth, and that's going to belong to the Fillies from Laurel Highlands. So Preston dropping back defensively here now. Trying to get a stop on the ball. Keep this lead alive, and battling back come the Fillies. Sathira Collins. Nice looking drive and a basket there, and real quick coming back the other way after a Preston miss. And they give that ball this time over on the right side to Lori Miller, and Miller cranks in a 3. And we're all knotted at 31 again. In the paint, and a turnaround and a putback right there by Thomas and Michelle with 2 right there, and the Knights go back out front by 1 basket at the 2.5 minute mark. Preston with a narrow lead. Flying in there for the rebound for Laurel Highlands, Journey Greer, but unable to get that ball back up on the rim. And Preston picking up the tempo now and picking up the scoring on that trip down was Smith to Miller. They rotate that ball around. It's back in Smith's hand. She's going to drive, dish it off on the baseline, and the ball is going to go up, deflected and out of bounds. Last touched by one of the Knights. And with the stop in play, Coach Brian Miller is going to send several subs into the contest for Preston. Chief among them, freshman Isabella Stahl. Now the big difference for Laurel Highlands right now and what's keeping them in striking distance is good free throw shooting. The Knights are struggling from the charity stripe a little bit here in the first half of this contest. Not so much so for Laurel Highlands as they draw a little bit closer. And Preston answers with a three off the fingertips of Michelle Thomas. And up on the big board, they get the score corrected. It's 37-33. 37-33 your score. Preston inside a minute now, turning the ball over, and the Fillies waste no time pushing it into the front court, working that ball in for a nice little 15-footer. Can't quite get it there, but that was Collins with a good look at the basket there from the left side. Put up the running one-hander.
Chris.
23.9 on the big clock. And the shooting woes continue. Preston struggling, and that's got to be of some concern. Thomas, 1 of 2 on that trip to the line. So 38-33 the lead for Preston as the Fillies put this ball in play with 22 seconds remaining. Coming up over the timeline, they take some instruction from the bench, and now they'll rotate that ball. They're looking for Miller, and she is closely guarded by Izzy Stahl. And Stahl did a great job denying the best shooter for Laurel Highlands the ball. Second personal foul on Kramer for Preston. And Greer goes to the line with a high arcing shot there. 6.8 on the big board as Greer lines up her second attempt, and we get a whistle, a lane violation, as Greer apparently stepped over the foul line prematurely. And Preston will push it now with 6 seconds on the clock. Time to run it down there, and Michelle Thomas rings up number 40.
Chris shooter.
And Thomas gets the opportunity for one more here. Just under 2 seconds remaining
Shooter.
on the timer.
Nothing deep. Don't let him throw deep.
Thomas, good for the Knights' 41st point. And now 2 seconds to go. Preston going to be looking for the ball to try and get in the hands of a shooter, but not really an opportunity there for a meaningful shot as we come to the end of the half. So it's a 41-34 score here on senior night in the Castle. Preston and Laurel Highlands. Pretty good contest. We hope that you will stick around for the second half after these messages here on Hometown TV. And we'll be back with the start of second half action next.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery. From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
Good looking group from Laurel Highlands down here challenging the Lady Knights on senior night in the Castle as we get set to start third period play. And the Lady Knights with a 41-34 advantage, and with Laurel Highlands' shooting ability and the intensity of play that they can bring to the court, Preston going to have to continue to work hard here to stay out in front. But the Lady Knights will have the ball to start second half play, and we get the third quarter underway with the Knights moving left to right here and firing up a three that's a little bit off the mark, so that wouldn't drop for Thomas, and the Fillies go right to work and coming back and firing in a three. And hot shooting, like we said, that is their stock in trade. Taylor Smith and Smith needing, coming into this game, we were told, needing 22 to reach the 1,000-point plateau. Deep in the corner, shot up and good for Erica Myers and Preston. Score that one a long two for Myers. and in traffic. A turnover, and Preston will come back down. And Myers off the mark that time. But it's Michelle Thomas with a takeaway. Got that one up, got it dancing on the rim, couldn't get it to fall in the basket. All right, they will call that good. The shot up and in for number 32, Ariana Griffith, and Griffith at the line now. Misses on the bonus. And Preston gets a nice run out, and on the scoring end of that was Carson Sines. Good job getting the ball from one end of the floor to the other that time quickly and efficiently. And Sines wide open for the easy two. And Coach Brian Miller extolling the girls to push that ball into the offensive end here. He wants to bring the tempo up if he can. But it's the Fillies that take it back the other way, and Lori Miller. Struggle at mid-court for the ball, and Brian Miller calls for the timeout from the bench. So 6.5 minutes to go here in third period action. 46-41 Preston. But Laurel Highlands not going away, and we knew that they wouldn't. Again, they play in that 5A designation over in Western Pennsylvania. And they play against some bigger schools in the league that they're in. They have some really tough competition, and so they have to be very, very tough and hard-nosed about it in order to have any success. And this year, their overall record does not indicate the effort that they're putting forth. And you can tell that here tonight, as they can come to the floor and play with anybody from what we've seen here so far in this contest.
Carson, you got to get up there.
Shot that rims out for Smith. And it'll be two shots once again for Angel Bawala, who comes in here being a central figure in the Phillies offense, but hampered a little bit by foul trouble, picking up 3 in the first half. So she's trying to make some hay while she can in there. 1 of 2 from the line. And the ball will stay on that end as Laurel Highlands retains possession off the touch there, but on the inbound, Preston stealing it away and driving hard to the basket. Michelle Thomas gets the contact, and the foul called against number 32 for Laurel Highlands. And Griffith picks up her third of the evening. First team foul here in the second half for the Fillies. And Thomas rattles that one around, and it refuses to drop in the net. One of 2, and the Free throw shooting, not a pleasing thing for Brian Miller as he watches his team out here at this juncture.
Get on her court. Don't let her put it back, Corey.
Little head fake. Got the contact. Carson Signs charged with that one, her second personal. The Phillies turn it back over, and coming back the other way, it's Signs who gets a little measure of revenge there with that basket. So 49-42 now. And Preston ready to send Kinley Manco back into the fray here. First free throw is up and good for Smith. And she'll have one more coming. And nails that one. So again, the thing that has really been keeping Laurel Highlands in striking distance here is exemplary free throw shooting, particularly on the part of their starters, but they have outshot Preston almost 2-1 from the line, despite having a fairly equal number of trips there. Smith will inbound it for Laurel Highlands, and then she'll get it back and set the offense. They work that right side, Preston, pressuring the ball hard. Shot up, won't fall, and contact. Out along the sideline. Isabella Stahl will come over to inbound for Preston, checking in. Ball dances on the rim. And Knights will inbound it, get it to Stahl. She cranks the three-pointer up just a little bit short. Stahl driving it hard to the rim, puts it up short, and a tie up underneath, and that's going to give the ball back to Laurel Highlands now. They trail by 2, 49-47.
Hey, corner! Get out there!
Deep in the corner, loose ball, batted around. Second chance opportunity there for Bawawa, and she puts it up and in. finally able to get a free throw to rattle around and fall in. Thomas with one more coming here, and Preston now clinging to a slim 1-point advantage, and Thomas got them both. And Coach Miller wipes his brow and hopes that the free throw shooting woes are over now for a little bit with that success at the line. And that may be the first time the Knights have put 2 in a row in from the stripe here since very, very early in the contest. .211 on a stopped clock.
Hey, one of you get in there.
And Taylor Smith. Set to shoot again. So Preston with a 1-point 51-50 advantage, and they get a little breakaway there going and finish that in nice fashion. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third period, and pressure now for Preston. And they push past that. Shot up off the mark by Myers. But again, second chance points for Preston. And the lead bulges back out to 5 at 55-50. Nice defensive series there for the Lady Knights. Stahl. She's been consistently just a little bit short. Clock will stop at 1:10, and we'll send Griffith to the line.
I want you in there if she makes it.
Miss on the front end of the 1-and-1. And the offensive pressure building by the Knights. They work that ball around into the corner there. Shot up by Thomas, won't go. And a nice spin move in traffic. She got the contact. Lori Miller couldn't get the shot to drop, but she got the contact she was looking for there. Got the clock stopped with 48 seconds left here in the period. She'll go to the line. Pressure by Laurel Highlands. Knights trying to get it over the timeline, and Michelle Thomas struggling past a defender there, and a little habeas grabus as she got the arm grabbed there. So the foul gives Preston a fresh start at half court. And that'll be number 2 for Journey Greer. Thomas, wild-looking shot, goes up wide of the rim, and they fight on the floor. There's no tie up there, no whistle. Finally, Stahl comes out of there How Isabella Stahl wound up with that ball is anybody's guess. We'll have to look at the tape again. But 16 seconds on the clock. And Izzy has battled her way into free throws. Good aggressive play by the freshman. And she steps up and cans the first. And that in itself will earn an attaboy from Coach Miller, as he needs to see some good free throw shooting down the stretch here tonight. Stahl, second one on the way. Nestles into the bottom of the net, and Preston expands their lead out to 57-51. That's 6-point advantage. Not real big, but it's about the biggest either team has had all night long. A lot of contact in this contest up and down the floor, and of course Taylor Smith, no stranger in how to work that, and she gets back to the line here with 5 seconds remaining in period number 3. All right, got them both. 57-53, score a little tighter, and Preston turns it over, but not with any time left for the Fillies to do anything about it. So we come to the end of 3, and we'll take a quick break for these messages with the Knights leading 57-53 on senior night here in the Castle. We return right after this.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oil field services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
The Transitional Care Program at Preston Memorial Hospital is an alternative for acute patients who need a little extra help before returning home. Services include physical, occupational, and speech therapy, patient and family education, personal care assistance, individualized care plans with daily activities, and 24-hour nursing care. Our team works to ensure a smooth return to independent living. For more information on the Transitional Care Program at Preston Memorial Hospital, visit us online or call 304-791-3733.
Fourth period ready to get underway here. The Fillies will have the ball as Laurel Highlands will put this in play with 8 minutes to go, and a 57-53 advantage for your Lady Knights. 3-point shot, good looking shot, rimmed out, wouldn't drop for Greer. And after a battle, Preston with the ball sees Michelle Thomas draw contact at half court, and Preston will inbound it from there. Manka keys it in here, and Thomas looking for a shot now down the baseline, laying it up and in is Carson Signs. Nice drive. She recognized the open lane down the line there and took it right to the rim and laid it up and over the edge and in. Smith working for a 3, has it come off the iron just short. And Preston pushing it to Signs in the front court. Thomas battling for a rebound. And we get a tie-up between Thomas and Collins down there. Possession arrow favoring the Knights. So the ladies will keep it. Preston. Oh, ball high off the iron on the three-point miss there by Manco. And ball intended for Bawawa down underneath. And she couldn't quite hang on. Pressure now as Preston sets to inbound, pushes it over half court in the hands of Thomas. She's going to drive it down, kick it right. Shot up, won't go. Thomas with the rebound, and the putback falls. Preston now an 8-point advantage, and they're pressing. They want a little more. These two teams very competitive against one another, and again, just 1 year of history, and that a 2-point comeback from a big deficit saw the Knights win last season. Coach Brian Miller trying to build a cushion here because he knows that there's going to be a charge in the final half of this fourth quarter by the Fillies. 1 of 2, and Thomas with the rebound. And now she's going to go to the line. And Bawawa has fouled out with that foul on Thomas. That is number 5. So Angel Bawawa will set for the final 6 minutes and change of this one. And that is a big hole for Laurel Highlands to have to fill defensively. Rebound taken out of there by Smith as she battled mightily for it. And now they're going to work around the perimeter here, try to set something up. Smith looks at a long shot, puts it on the floor for a couple dribbles, and then kicks it off. And driving down the lane with a shot that won't fall is Lori Miller, but Preston gathering it up, pushing back the other way. Turns it over. So the unforced turnover on the walk gives it back to the Fillies with just under 6 minutes. 5:45 as they're in the front court now. And going down the lane again is Miller, and she's going to get to the line. Let's see who they give this to. Chesney Manco will pick up her 3rd personal. That is the 10th team foul for the Knights. So they'll be in the bonus all the way here. Second one on its way. A little strong, in and out. Chased down and driven all the way down court by Chesney Manco, and then she'll turn, dump it off to Erica Myers, and Myers cans that one. A nice little 17-footer. 64-53 Preston, and a 30-second timeout in the action here. And with that timeout, we thank you for tuning in here once again to this hometown TV presentation of Preston Knight Varsity Basketball. A nice crowd out here in the castle, and Good crowd coming down from Uniontown to support the Fillies, and we like to see that when the visitors bring some folks with them into the friendly confines of the castle here. All right, adjustments by Laurel Highlands, and they'll come down, and here comes Taylor Smith, and the Taylor Smith shooting circus continues. Big three there from deep outside the arc, and it's 56-64. Preston a takeaway, and Sines drives it all the way down the left side before turning, kicking it back out front. Tori Garlett's running the point for the Knights, and a drive by Michelle Thomas. Four minutes and 37 seconds left here in regulation on the senior night. And Thomas goes to the line to shoot two. First one is up and in. 65-56. With one more coming. And that one is going to go in and out. And a battle there ensued between Carson Sines and a couple of the red-clad Fillies for that ball, and it's going to go over to Laurel Highlands. And they'll get the clock started here, winding down to the 4.5-minute mark as Smith, driving it to the right, kicks it across, and we get the old stuck ball up on the rim here. And we've seen a couple of those this season, but that one put up by Griffith, and they jammed it in there pretty good. The official working to get that ball loose. And the possession arrow favors Preston, so the Knights will have the ball. Off that miss, it's just like a tie-up. It's an alternate possession, so Preston can walk it up now, bleed a little bit of time off the clock, leading 65-56. Don't want to get too excited about slowing it down here, though. And they'll work it into Thomas. Turnaround won't go. And a battle on the floor. And the whistle will blow, and that's tied up down low by Thomas. And I think it was Zetheria Collins down there. So the possession will go over to Laurel Highlands, and the Fillies picking up the tempo here a little bit. Smith working it left side. She'll switch now, and a driving attempt there. Put up by Griffith and blocked. Stop in play will bring Sines to the sideline. So Collins will go to the line now, and that is the third personal for Michelle Thomas. One of two. And it's 65-57 as the Knights put it over half court, drive it straight to the basket, and Tori Garlitz. No stopping her, not on that trip, no sirree. Saw the open lane there, drove right past the defender, and took it straight to the hoop. Greer to Smith, they work it on the outside there, and that ball is batted away from Collins, so it will stay on the red end of the floor here. And foul number 4 for Chesney Manco. Contact with the arm there, and once again, we'll send Greer to the line. And that's a high bouncing shot. Fortunately for the Knights, it bounces out. 67-57. And the Fillies trying to work into this 10-point advantage, but the Knights now inside the 3-minute mark here on senior night hopefully can smell the blood in the water a little bit and can kind of work this down, take some time off the clock, continue to value possession of the ball, and they turn it over right there just as I say that. Smith works it down inside, got an open Griffith close to the basket, and put that ball on the floor. Nice little bounce pass there for Griffith. Rebound by Myers, and Erica can't get that to fall. And back the other way quickly. Laurel Highlands, Collins in a tie-up. Good entry pass, but the shot strong. And then more contact, and we get a whistle. And the officials are walking down to the other end with 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. So Leah Elliott will step to the line here, shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. She misses it, and in a battle for the rebound, Michelle Thomas commits foul number 4 with a push. So the officials are the only ones getting a workout here now as they have to go back and forth up and down the floor. Little to no time expiring on the clock. And we shoot more free throws. Shot for Miller is wide of the mark. And she'll have one more coming and sinks it. So that'll pull the lead back to 7 for Preston. Inside the 2-minute mark now. Signs fouled on the turnaround there. And that will be the second Philly to take a seat here tonight. But Wawa fouled out with about 4.5 minutes to go, and Journey Greer now with that foul. will take a seat with a minute 50 seconds remaining. Here's a ball on the floor, and Brian Miller calling from the bench for a timeout. So it'll be a full timeout. The official says, that's all you got left, Coach. Is that what you wanted? Brian Miller will assert he'll take that full timeout. And Huddle with his Lady Knights on the sideline here, leading 68-60 after that last made free throw. Not a bad effort at all here in the Castle this evening for Laurel Highlands. Again, they come into the contest at a 4-10 record. And you can tell that they have struggled to overcome some adversity this season, but put on a pretty good show here tonight and give it a good effort. They're going to come up and press this ball somewhat at half court. Knights turning it over now with 1:22 on the clock. Phillies have to go quick, and they do. Smith bringing it up over half court. Looks for a shot. Doesn't see one. Skips it down inside. Nice pass there to Collins, and then contact made as Collins turned to the rim. So that will put her on the line with the clock stopped once again. And the one thing that the Knights can take some solace in is that finally the bloom has come off the rose a little bit for free throw shooting in terms of Laurel Highlands, as they were doing very well from the line through the first half of this contest, less so here in the second half and particularly in this fourth quarter. And that has helped Preston maintain their advantage. 68-60, and Taylor Smith will pick up personal foul number 3. And that will send Preston's number 3, Michelle Thomas, to the line. And Thomas with the first there extends it to a 9-point advantage. Erica Myers will come out to a round of applause from the fans. Thomas makes the next one. And the Knights have 70 on the evening, which is something of a stepping stone. Isabella Stahl down to the scorer's table, ready to check in. Battle for the ball under the iron there. Second chance basket not there for Laurel Highlands, but free throws a-coming. And they will send Alyssa Lansford Alonso to the line. And Lambert Alonso, her first opportunity here to get in the book tonight. More changes by Brian Miller. as he gets his seniors an opportunity to get some notice from the fans. Stahl will run it up for Preston, throws a little bit of a mistimed pass there. And coming back the other way is Lori Miller, coast to coast with it. And the clock winding now, inside 30. Stahl, she's going to try another three. That one's up off the rim, high, rebound. And a foul over across the way. And that'll stop it with about 14 seconds on the clock. 70-63. And that will put Miller back on the line here. Miller rimming one out. And here come the Knights. Stahl has one slip off her hand, tracks it down in the corner, and they work that ball in. And the final shot up and good there, giving the Knights 72 points. And the final this evening here in the Castle on senior night, 72-64 Preston. They take a 2-zip all-time lead over Laurel Highlands, but a great effort by the Fillies coming in here this evening. And we hope they've enjoyed the trip to Preston in spite of the loss. They're a good-looking crew, and we wish them well up there in southwestern PA as they continue on toward playoff time. The Knights, meanwhile, real quickly, will be back in action once again on Monday evening. They have a 6:30 contest at Robert C. Byrd before coming back home on the 13th and 14th for the homestand. Back-to-back games with Morgantown and then Lincoln. So two big ones there for the Lady Knights. Boys, meanwhile, have a huge contest with number 1 Martinsburg coming into the Castle here on Saturday afternoon, and they've moved the starting time of that up due to weather concerns. And so that one will be an early start in the Castle. Freshman JV and varsity, and the whole thing will tip off about 12:45, 1 o'clock. So get in here early for that. In the meantime, we thank you for tuning in here on Hometown TV. I'm Steve Blake, our executive producer and camera operator tonight. Denise Blake and I wish you a very, very good evening, and we thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Hometown TV.